Anyway, when I watch my lives after, like the replay, it sounds crisp. So yeah, even when I'm not by the camera. So I'm assuming this is working. Maybe it thinks because it's not a laptop, because I usually plug this in with my laptop adapter. Who knows? But hey, we're gonna open the live early so friends can join in, settle in. This will be a little chit chat meditation. This is how I do my meditations. Kind of when the whole focus is on meditation, and it's not just kind of after we've done like a whole yoga class or something. Now, Bear woke up yesterday. He woke up with me, I think like, I don't even remember, 5:30 or 6 in the morning. So I was like, okay, we're gonna do yoga together. So there's a yoga class of that. Yeah, I think the lighting looks good. This is good. I had it on yellow because of the yellow lights in the background, but I don't know, I changed something with this. It looked nice. It looks like y'all can actually see me well, because I'm not even that far from you, but I don't know, just chit-chatting. We are 4 minutes early, so you can flip, if you're watching this live after, flip like 4 minutes in or speed it up. So yeah, welcome everybody. We're just gonna settle in and get ready for our meditation. And I'm always like trying to word how to title my my lives that I do. I do put a lot of thought in the things that I do, but I just kind of, when I do like a meditation, I let it come to me. And I titled this Meditation with Ashlee, and manifesting into the physical. Now, I've been trying to, it's very hard, like to not indulge so much in content, especially being a content creator, knowing that everyone has the same 24 hours in the day. And if you just waste time scrolling, then you never actually get things done. And I find myself, I was actually just waiting for class to start. So I'm like, okay, I'm not really in the mood to embroider. Embroidering or crafting in the morning with me is like a hit or miss. I'm like, one day I'm like, okay, yeah, I need to get this project done. I got the motivation to do it. Other days I'm like, I just want to scroll. But like, we have the same 24 hours in the same day. And then if you find yourself like, man, I don't got enough hours to do the stuff I want to do, look at your consumption time or whatever in settings, and it shows you how long you've been on your phone. And it's crazy how much it just keeps ticking up. Now, I do a lot of work from my computer, and I don't know if all the devices are hooked up, and I'm even myself scared to look at those analytics to see how the chronically online we all are at this point. But I don't know, you'll be doing like, I don't know if you're like me, but like you'll be doing like a work task, and then it'll turn into mindless scrolling, or what is it, the dead zone scrolling? I forget what they call it. But I am trying to utilize my time wisely. At this point, I might as well just move my cushion up. I usually have myself like zoomed out. Let me scoop this bad boy up, because I'm not even sitting on my cushion. Yeah, isn't that nice? It's a little nicer, maybe. Yeah. Welcome, friends. Happy Saturday. This was a weird week. I didn't really do a recap in. I did a little bit, but I didn't touch on certain things. I did an upload Thursday rather than Wednesday. So I've been doing my edited videos of like crafting and other content that I do when I sit down at the computer to edit. I've been trying to do that Wednesday morning and then have that up for you later in the day Wednesday. But I've just been in a funk where I haven't wanted to film stuff, and I find myself just trying to plan, well, I gotta have this duck in order, this duck in order, this duck in order, this duck in order, because I'm not ready to show what I'm doing right now. And I'm like, look, you guys, this audience, this community can learn from watching the process. And I don't want to do that again, of just almost cutting myself short, of holding back. I feel like I did that with the studio. Of I showed you guys the studio once it was pretty much ready, when the video I have on my channel is like a studio tour, and I wasn't ready to show it until like it looked good. You know what I mean? So I really want to take you guys along, and I've been trying to do that with Confidential Goods, my boutique shop, of setting things up and all of that. And I just got this opportunity. So yeah, there's this, if you guys don't know, I have a shop at the Midwest Market. So after we had to close the studio because the owner, he couldn't make up his mind if he wanted to either sell the building or if he wanted to re-rent the building. He just was indecisive. I'm like, look, man, I have people coming to classes, and I don't want the classes just to abruptly end and be like, well, you know, we're going digital or no more studio, you know what I mean? So I'm not trying to be in an unprofessional way. You can be in an unprofessional way because you're the landlord and you're just gonna do what you're gonna do, right? But so I was trying to organize like a GoFundMe to move my studio. And so I actually ended up going to the Midwest Market, and they didn't have big shops available. It's a bunch of like small shops, but now I seen a post yesterday about them renovating or building 1,000 square foot, 2,000 square foot spaces. So if you've been with me long enough and have seen my yoga studio, that was about 1,000 square foot. And right now at the market, I'm in a 200 square foot, and that's just for my that's just for my boutique. I was trying to go there and look for a space to put my studio in, but they didn't have big enough spaces. But now, yesterday, they had that. They made like a post on Facebook, and I had happened to see it. So there's a community page, or what do you call it on Facebook? A Facebook group where only the store owners are in contact, and I'm just putting it out there. I'm like, what if we moved the yoga studio into the market? So if you guys don't know what the market is, it's an old Pick and Save building. So if you, like an old grocery store building, and then they started building these cute little shops inside of the market, and everyone has their own like unique personality. You walk, it's a huge just box storefront, but when you walk in, you see you can go watch my edited videos on my page, and you can see what the market looks like. Everyone has their own unique way of styling it, and it's like stepping into their world, which is really cool. But anyway, I had seen a post about this 1,000 square foot space, and so I want to manifest into the physical a new location for my studio. And right now, I said my restraints, like I made a post in that Facebook group. How can we do this? I feel like if we were to bring the yoga studio to the market, it would generate more traffic, because everyone's looking for more foot traffic in this space. Not a lot of people really understand what the Midwest Market is. So, I don't know why my throat is so dry. I feel like putting something more permanent in the space, like it's great to be at a mall, because it is a mall. You know, you can shop, and it's just stores. You can shop and look at wood stuff, you can look at a clothing store, you can look here, you can look there. Hi friends. Positive comment, your body is not a book, so don't judge it. Your body is not paper, so don't cut it. Have a great day. Thank you, and to you too. Yeah, so just trying to manifest bringing my studio there. I feel like it would be a benefit to everybody that if we have consistent classes going on, or if we have consistent appointments, it will help keep people at the market, you know, because you can spend a few hours kind of looking at the stores, but and you eat and you go home. But like if you come and you kind of you go in there to eat first, and then you could kind of walk around, let your food settle, and you could wait for a class. So I feel like it would keep people at the market longer, kind of having like a permanent attraction for people. Because right now the attraction, they are the stores, but it's, and there's a bar. I don't drink, so I don't ever want to visit the bar. So I'm like, well, what if there was, you know, like a gym or something for people to join? So what I am manifesting into the physical, and so maybe you can relate to this, this is just how my brain thinks. I want to bring my yoga studio to the market. I already have my shop in the market, but I'm manifesting bringing my studio to the market. I am manifesting a second vehicle for my family. So that is what's on my vision board. And I've just been trying to do what I can to work on myself. So I talk about myself a lot because that's all I know. You know what I mean? Work on yourself so that you can help others has been a quote that I've been trying to understand and internalize so that I can put those, you know, put it into action, right? So I've been working on myself. I've been getting up early. I wake up at 4:44 in the morning. This is the earliest I've ever gotten up. Because if I usually have like a 6 a.m. class, and or like a client or something at 6 a.m. and I'd set my alarm for like 5:40. I'm like, that gives me 20 minutes to like, you know, try to get myself together. So give yourself time in the morning, and I feel more collected. I feel like after my class is over, or like whatever I do, if I have to get up early and start my day at 7, because usually like that's my last class of the morning, first and last class, and then I usually have like stuff going on in the day. But how am I going to get my computer work done? How am I going to do any editing? How am I going to make time for my goals? Because I was talking about earlier, we have the same 24 hours in the day. How are you using it when you're off of work to fuel your passions and the things that you're working towards? So I've been working on myself with meditation and loving myself more, being a mother, and I don't know, just a lot of changes, right, going on. Yeah, I see another comment, but so use this as a reflection for yourself. How can I work on myself to bring what I want into the physical? Now, I explain to my clients, what you think is what you say is what happens in the physical. So one way I feel like Bear's about to wake up. One way I really try to think about myself, I try to think positively about myself, fuel myself with affirmations, fuel myself with more positive thought processes. Not, I can't do it. Maybe I need a different way of how I need to go about to get to that point, you know? So, what was it? I can't think of the thought right now. If one door closes and another door opens kind of thing. It didn't work this way, but I'm gonna keep trying for, you know, this way. And guys, I literally, when I think about the studio, I guess I took it so personally. In the philosophy of yoga, one of the 8 ligaments of yoga, or the 8 pillars, I forget what they call it, but I'm sorry, the yamas and the niyamas. The yamas, one of them is aparigraha, which is non-attachment. When you get so invested, like in your passions and the things that you want to do, you get so attached to them. And I was attached to the studio, and I really tried not to, but I'm like, how do I convey that people know I care about this studio, right? If I'm not attached to it, how do people know that this is my baby, like your business is your baby, right? If I'm not attached to it, and I let myself get too attached to the studio at that space. But there has to be something bigger out there, right? So if you've been in a situation where you got attached to a specific outcome or whatever, what have you, and you may be in the same position as me of not looking for a space or looking for a new opportunity, allow it to present itself. So I want to put energy into moving towards the market, but I'm going to just allow it to happen. I know I need to look into fundraisers again, if that is the thing, because I know at the market it's a dollar per square foot. So that would be $1,000 for rent, which wasn't far off from what my original studio was. But with that being said, yeah, that's a lot of food for thought. I wanted to do this little update for you guys. How can I manifest my thoughts into the physical, my positive thoughts into the physical? Remember that. What you think, what you say is what happens. What you think, what you say is what happens. A book I always recommend in my Reiki teacher trainings, Your Body Speaks Your Mind. Deb Adele, I think is the author. I found the book on Amazon. I got a used one. It's supposed to come with meditation CDs, but I got a used one and it didn't have the CDs, but I wasn't too whatever about it. It's still a good book to look back on. Your Body Speaks Your Mind. And I think there was like Your Body Keeps Count or something by Lindsay, something like that. No, Louise Hayes, if you heard of her. So if you keep thinking negatively, this isn't a good space, because then you're going to be speaking negatively. And then what's going to happen around you? It's just all going to be negative. So let's just come into a little meditation. I wanted this to be, share my story, but it be a food for thought. How can I relay this to me? And I don't want to talk in circles, but I can only speak from my experience. So sharing my stories here on YouTube, I just hope it can relate and touch somebody. So as we drop in, what we think, what we say is what happens. And you can make that change immediately. Okay? So wherever we are, you can be seated or you can be laying on your back. Whatever position is most comfortable for you. You could even be listening to this with your eyes closed. I kind of do more of a podcast meditation. I'm not like the traditional yoga teacher. I found easier ways to have conversations with people, because some people don't really take to the meditation aspect, so a little more tangible for people. So just allow your eyes to close, whatever position you're laying in, and allow for yourself to take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Take another deep breath. For my visual learners, let me grab a block really quick. You just heard my knees do the crackle, wiggle, jackle. This is your midsection. So we're going to inhale for 4, hold for 2, exhale for 4, going down, hold for 2 at the bottom. That's how you naturally breathe, and it's called equal inhalation and equal exhalation breathing. So for those who need to relearn how to breathe more naturally and get more oxygen into your body, into your brain, more blood just circling through your body. Let's do a few deep breaths here. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. 1. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. See? Continue breathing if that visual helped you. Otherwise, you can find your natural breath here. Like an elevator, let's check in with our body. Sometimes when we're manifesting into the physical, we have those blocks, or they may be negative blocks we may be manifesting or triggering into the physical. So doing a body scan from your head, a little tap. Hi, crown. Why has it got my toes wiggling? Down to your toes. Check in with yourself. Tapping really helps just kind of open the crown and get things moving. Or this gesture, that's nicer. Patting. Let's open up and see what's going on in here. When I facilitate Reiki teacher trainings, you're looking in, like, so the person's laying on the table and you're looking from the crown all the way to their root. So real quick, what is a chakra? The chakras are the spinning wheels or the spinning vortexes in kind of each of the reciting points of the body. So you got your head, third eye, your mouth, throat chakra, heart, belly, navel, and then your grounding or your root pelvic area. So those are the 7. Chakras in Sanskrit translates as spinning vortexes. So when we're out of alignment, they start to spin. See this clock? They start to spin in a counterclockwise direction. This clock is broken, by the way. When we're in alignment, they are spinning in a clockwise direction. See these visuals? What is coming out of alignment? What does that look like? We know it shows up as brain fog. So I know I'm out of alignment, but also because I'm a Pisces and I just have a water brain. Like, I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere. And I love to jump from topic to topic. And then I'll get stuck and have like brain fog. So brain fog can be one thing that shows up in the physical. Sickness shows up in the physical. All of a sudden you're sick. Why do I got this cough? Why is my throat all whatever? Baby girl, you are out of alignment. Baby boy, whoever's watching, but I always say baby girl. Baby gorilla, you are out of alignment. So what are things, now that we know the physical, and it could even be like a situation. Some negative thing happened. Failed my test. Whatever it was already a thought. How did it get here to the physical? You thought it, okay? Everyone has this brain power. Every functioning human being has this brain power to manifest whatever into the physical. So make this, how do you make a happy mind? What can I do to make this a happy mind, a happy experience here in my head so I can look at it around me? I'm visualizing it in my head, but I want to see it too. I want to be able to touch it, right? So positive thinking, affirmations, journaling, things like that that can retrain your brain. A few times I've mentioned here in our meditation, even just in yoga, is neuroplasticity. And I was trying to explain this to one of the children I work with, and I didn't want to blow their mind too much, so just in a pretty plain way of saying it, neuroplasticity is the ability to retrain your mind. Everyone has the ability to retrain their mind, retraining the thought patterns that they have, creating more positive ways of connecting. So if you heard me say the quote, or when people try to insult you and they say, he got a smooth head, the brain, it has all those ridges because you created those thought process, you created those new neural connections your entire lifetime. Somebody who's never had a thought has a smooth brain. That's why that's an insult. Never had a thought in their head. I think about Ed and anyone like, he got a smooth head. He never had a coherent thought. But gaining the power of your mind is going to help manifest whatever you want into the physical, is what I'm saying here. So yeah, as you check in with your body here, maybe we're still stuck in the head because that's what we've been talking about. What's going on in here right now? Am I present? Why am I called to this live? Why am I watching this live right now? Maybe because we're relating, we're conversating, and you just came to say hi, but am I presently here? Am I thinking about my laundry? Am I thinking about what I gotta go and do today? Why come to meditation if we're gonna preoccupy our mind? We're here to retrain our minds to be in the focused present moment. Social media and all that stuff is just want you to consume video. An hour went by. Video. It's bedtime. That was weird. So, yeah, just using your time wisely and filling your mind, especially with the content you consume, with positive content. What has worked for me with my whole talk about manifesting a yoga studio, I manifested a yoga studio at 22 years old, guys. I had a freaking yoga studio. It doesn't even make sense how the studio lived through a world crisis, but that was something I was able to do. I was working at Home Depot. So to start right now, when I was in Home Depot, I was in my apron and I sat in the garden hut. I was a cashier. And I had my little Home Depot notebook I would pull out, and I would just start writing down the things that I needed for my studio. Didn't know how I was going to afford it on $9 or $12, whatever I was making at the time. Didn't know how I was going to afford that. Fast forward, I was at Home Depot 2015 to 2017. I want to say it was like kind of like a 3-year thing. By 2018, I quit Home Depot, and I've been full-time with just doing yoga, and then I slowly started to do crafts and Reiki and things like that. But went full-time in October of 2018 to start pursuing yoga more regularly. And then using that money for my classes, and went on Craigslist and I found that studio. So that's kind of the process of that. But it all started with me journaling. And why everyone's saying journaling. Literally write it down every freaking day. I wrote it down in my notebook, then I transferred it to a Word document. I think I still have that Word document, and I categorized it. I need this many teachers. I need this skill set. These are the plants I want in my studio. I did all of that stuff. And I literally just one day went on Craigslist. I'm like, let me just see what this is. I found the studio. So that was how, literally from my experience and how hopefully I can pour into you, it's as simple as writing it down, doing like that daily devotion, whatever it is, writing it down, saying it, speaking it, years. I'm doing this in 2016. 2020 is when I opened my studio, so be patient with whatever it is. What do they say? The big stuff is going to take a minute to get here, okay? It I was going to say it's not like first class delivery, or it's traveling in bulk, because you got a lot of fixings. You want to make sure your order is just right when it gets to you, right? So yeah, let's create that happy mind. Start with the happy mind. What am I trying to manifest? It could be little today, or maybe you're thinking far out into the future. Keep that there. Happy mind. Okay, how is my body feeling right now as we're doing this body scan? Relax my eyes. Are my eyes tight? Am I like watching her like this? Relax your eyes. Let your eyes soften and let them come back into the eye sockets. Relax your mouth. Relax your jaw. Have you ever done this before? If it's really tight, you may even hear your jaw click. It's okay, you can do it at home. Nobody's watching. They're seeing me do this. Bring my shoulders down. Are my shoulders up here? We did a talk about that. Why are my shoulders up here? It's all of this tension in my back. Release it. Pull those shoulders down. Open up your chest. Maybe do a few shoulder rolls back. I'm bringing happy thoughts to my mind. Where's the self-love? I'm showing myself love today. I'm going to care for myself. I'm going to give myself rest. I am not going to overstimulate myself. When I do feel stimulated, I'm going to find resource in myself. Bear? Here comes Bear. Hello. How do I resource in myself? Good morning. Hey. It's okay. So, yeah, we'll just come down into the body. We've pulled our shoulders down. We're giving ourselves unconditional love.
Mom,
You hate what?
I want blanket.
You want a blanket?
No, I want blanket. Mama.
You don't like blankets? Oh, what do you want then? A hug? You don't have to have a blanket. Okay. Okay. It's okay. So we're softening in our belly. Release the tight constraints. Do you feel your belly getting tight? Do you naturally hold your belly tight? Release. What's up? We're softening our bottom, our sit bones. Allowing ourselves to expand today. Let me expand beyond my walls. Let me just be great today. Let me just be optimistic. Pour those thoughts in. Everything that is for me is coming for me, towards me. I don't have to work for it. Everything that is for me is for me. What I think, what I say, is what manifests around me. I have a positive thought. I have a positive mind. I speak kindly. And I love physically around me. Ready to sign them off, Bear?
No.
No. You want to stay with our friends? So you do want to sign
No.
up. No, right? Silly goose. Okay, let's ring the tinctures. Ready? Here we go. You gotta sit up though. Hopefully that was a little.
I go upside down.
You go upside down. Hopefully this was a nice meditation, a nice little food for thought. Hopefully you could relate to some of the stories I had shared. What you doing? Monka bunka.
Thank you.
Okay. Here.
I want that. I want that.
I'll ring it and then I'll let you ring them, okay? Let Mama go first. Did you want to or no?
Yeah.
Okay, you gotta turn around. Stand up so they can see you. See you ring it. Bear wants to ring these for you. Here. Good job. Let's do a little namaste. That was so good, baby. Hey. Bring your hands to prayer. We want to thank you for being here, sharing this experience, sharing this little chit chat, and from our hearts to yours. Namaste. Good job. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us. Whoa. Sharing this chat. We will see you guys either in a short or in boot camp on Monday. Bye.
Bye.